An update for you. First of all, answer to Jeff, does it have more power? Hard to say, Jeff. I didn't get a chance to really take it out on the road and really put my foot into it. I was just driving around the block before I found this. Yeah, it's the backside, right? It's a light through it. Yeah, there you go. This started leaking. The core plug, the Welsh plug, the whatever you call it, the freeze plug. It's this one right here. Fortunately, it was only one, although the others, who knows? Maybe it was a bad idea not replacing those when I had the opportunity to. I should have done that. You didn't even mention it to me, but I tend to not mess with things unless they're broken. And in this case, I didn't know it was broken until I got some pressure on it. Let's see if I can get down and show you the one that went south on me here. This one right here by that one right there. Nice, bright, shiny new one, okay? The bright, shiny button. The candy-like button. Okay, so that was I replaced that. I didn't have any of the good ones. I used all my good ones over there on the turbo engine. So I used one of those China plugs I had laying around to replace this guy. Well, like I said, we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. That's the only bad one, although I don't really feel comfortable with that. But anyway, that meant I had to cut the drive short, a test drive short. So I put that in with some more of that brown Permatex aviation sealant, that really goopy stuff. So that went in nice. Now it's just a matter of I'm going to let that set up overnight, then I'll replace the coolant and we'll try it again. So I won't know about but I can tell you this, during the test drive around the block, it was definitely felt smoother to me. It's hard to really put an exact term, but we just press, just the engine, I don't know if the old engine with the issue it had, maybe there was a nice even contribution of all the cylinders, but this one definitely seems to just run smoother, for lack of a better term. Had plenty of power. I mean, I never really had a problem with the power of the old one, though. I just, so at this point, what I'm really looking forward to is fuel economy and oil burning, because frankly, I'm always all about fuel economy. That's always a big thing when gas costs so much. But the oil burning was more of a convenience factor. I think I mentioned this in some of my earlier posts that I like to take long trips sometimes, and I don't want to have to be worrying about what's my oil level? At the point I was burning a quart every 8 to 900 miles, well, clearly you can keep up with that as long as you remember to keep up with that. All right, you got to remember to check that oil. That's all the time. Like every time you stop, let the oil drain back, check it again. Blah blah blah. Or keep an eye on the overall mileage of the car, and every 800 miles, make sure you don't go more than 1,000 miles while checking out oil. But hopefully this engine won't have that problem. We'll see. But yeah, that core plug, I mean, I put it in hours ago. The engine's cool now. I could probably put the antifreeze in right now, but there's no point in doing that because I'm not going to start the engine and drive anywhere with the hood on top of the car. So tomorrow morning, we'll put the antifreeze in. We'll do another test ride and we'll see how it goes. And hopefully I don't have any more core plug leaks. But yeah, this was pretty disappointing when I looked at it. I mean, it is nasty. That big hole is from my punch, okay? That's not the one that was leaking. There's one of these little bitty small guys down here on the bottom of it. You can see right in there. Here, let's do this. Let's try this. Will this work? There you go. It's these right here. Okay. And I think those actually are bigger now than they were because I think it would have leaked on the test stand with them that big. So my guess is maybe some of the rust got knocked off of it or something like that. But it's definitely not this one. That one was my punch. That perfectly round one. Clearly that one would have shown up. But anyway, we'll see. Kind of disappointed to get that far, but like I said, I've been doing some real stupid stuff. So let's count down the stupid stuff on this. First stupid mistake was me trying to do trying to mount the engine with the transmission still in the car. Okay, probably doable. I saw another guy do it on YouTube, but I don't think he was fighting the compressor. I think that was my main issue, is fighting the compressor. Okay, so next time transmission comes out, or Maybe I'll try pulling the whole engine transmission out as a unit. I mean, I've seen other people do it that way, so maybe that's the way to go. That was dumb mistake number one. Dumb mistake number two was when I failed to tighten the exhaust bolts underneath that heat shield. I put them on loosely, you know, the ones that just clamp both the intake and the exhaust manifolds. Never tightened them up, which meant I get to go through and fight working around a shield. I ultimately took the shield off just so I could see the nuts, just so I could make sure they were all tight, and that was mistake number two. And now mistake number three was not dealing with the core plugs when I had the opportunity to do it easily. Okay, so learn your lessons. Don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay. And lastly, I managed to break a condenser off my condenser lead on my alternator somehow broke. You can see that. Isn't that nice? So I got to get a new condenser. That's sweet. And that's about it. Which coincidentally, which I don't think is a coincidence, I don't know. I have this one lead here, which is, you know, a male plug, white with red stripe, and it's about 6 inches long. I don't know where that came from. I found it on the floor underneath the car. I don't know if that's a condenser. I thought the condensers always had, you know, a lead that looks like that, like a blue lead or something like that. So I can't find any unused things plugged in here, and I can't find any breaks in any of the wiring harnesses that ties back to. So I have no idea what that is. So if anybody has a clue what a 6-inch lead with a black insulating sleeve that's got a white with red stripe might go to, chime in by all means. I checked very closely this one wire harness, engine harness number 2, that got run over by the cherry picker at one point. Don't ask me how, I don't know how. I couldn't find any evidence of it coming off of that, and everything works. Okay, everything in the car works, so I'm not sure what that could possibly be. But yeah, it's a mystery. But for now, core plugs in, and tomorrow morning we'll try another drive, and I'll try to see if I can't get it up to speed, look for the leaks again, and ultimately put the hood back on and take it out for a test drive. And Jeff, I'll come over to your place for the first long distance test ride. I'll talk to you later. Bye.